Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel where we're going to take a look at this paper today from Save My Exams. So let's begin. The first question is about sets and set notation. So you can see that there's a universal set that has the numbers from 21 to 30. You can see that there is set A that says that all the numbers within it are multiples of 3. Set B says that all the elements within it are prime, and set C says that all the numbers range between 21 to 25. So all these numbers are within set C. So in set A, the numbers 21, 24, 27, and 30 fall. In set B, only 23 and 29 fall under it. In set C, it's 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Now let's place these numbers in the correct places in the Venn diagram. 27 is only in set A, so falls here. 30 is also only in set A and so falls here. 24 and 21 are shared between A and C and so fall in the intersection. Set B shares 23 with C and so falls in this intersection. 29 is only in B and falls in this intersection. However, 22 and 25 are alone and so fall inside the circle of C alone. And they are not shared by any other set. However, 26 and 28 haven't been used and so they fall outside the Venn diagrams as they are part of the universal set. Part B. Use set notation to complete the statements. 26-B. Is 26 a member of B? No. So we'd use this symbol to denote that 26 is not a member of B. A intersection B. A intersection B has nothing in it. So we would draw two curly brackets with nothing in it to denote that this is a void set. List the elements of B union open bracket C intersection A close bracket. So the first thing we'd like to do is C intersection A. C intersection A are 21 and 24. Now unite these with the numbers in B. So 23 and 29. Put them together. So the numbers are 21, 23, 24, and 29. Find the number of elements in C. So all the elements in this circle C are counted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the answer is 5. Find the number of elements, open bracket in B complement united with open bracket B intersection C close bracket. So the first thing we'd like to do is B intersection C. B intersection C is 23. 23 plus everything that is not in set B. So this, and this. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the answer is 9. A intersection C is a subset of A union C. Complete this statement using set notation. Treat these as though they are one by adding brackets and then use this symbol to denote that A intersection C is a subset of A union C. This symbol basically is the subset symbol. Question 2. Divide $105 in the ratio 4 to 3. First add the ratios, which gives you a total of 7. Take 4 over 7, multiply by $105, you should get $60 through simplification. Take 3 over 7 and also multiply by 105 to give you $45. Increase 105 by 12%. So if 100% of the amount is $105, how much is 100 plus 12%? So how much is 112% equal to? Cross multiply and you should get the answer to be $117.60. In a sale, the original price of a jacket is reduced by 16% to $105. Calculate the original price of the jacket. So first we will do 100 minus 16, that gives us 84. So if 84% is $105, what's 100%? Cross multiply and you should get that the original price is $125. Part B. Jacob invests $500 at a rate of 2% per year compound interest. Claudia invests $500 at a rate of 2.5% simple interest. Calculate the difference between these two investments after 30 years. Give your answer in dollars correct to the nearest cent. So for Jacob, we would use the compound interest formula, which is here. Now, substitute all the values within it. So P is $500, principal. 1 plus the rate is 2. So 2 over 100 close bracket power time. Time is 30 years. Solve what's in the bracket, take it to the power of 30 and multiply the answer by 500. The final answer should be $905.68. Now let's do the same thing for Claudia, except that we would change the formula of compound interest and use that of simple interest, considering it's written in the question. So what's the principal? $500. The rate is 2.5. The time is 30. Take the final answer, divide by 100. That should give you the absolute final answer of $875. They ask you to give the difference between the two. So you take Jacob minus Claudia. and get the difference between the two amounts, and the difference should be $30.68. Part C. Michael invests P dollars at a rate of 3.8% per year compound interest. After 30 years, the value of this investment is $1,469. Calculate the value of P. So, we would substitute the values into each of the following of the formula. So the amount is 1,469. Principal is unknown, so we leave it as P. So we open bracket 1 plus R is 3.8 over 100 close bracket power 30. Solve what's in the bracket and take it to the power of 30. Then we would result in something like this. 1,469 is equal to P multiplied by 1.038 power 30. Isolate P, so divide both sides by 1.038 power 30. Do this in your calculator and you should get that P is equal to $479.85. D. The population of a city increases exponentially at a rate of X% every 5 years. In 1960, the population was 60,100. In 2015, the population was 120,150. Calculate the value of X. So the first thing we want to do is find the difference of years. The difference in years is 55. We would take this, divide by 5 to get 11 lots of 5 years. The reason we don't use 55 as the time is because if we use 55 as the time, we would get the yearly rate. We want to know the rate after every 5 years, hence we divide by 5. Now we would use the same compound interest formula, except we would apply it in the perspective of population. Substitute all the values in and try and solve for X. So 120,150 is equal to 60,100, open bracket, 1 plus X over 100, close bracket, power 11. We want to isolate X, so divide both sides by 60,100. After doing that, we'll be left with something like 1 plus X over 100, the whole thing power 11, equals to 120,150 over 60,100. We want to root 11 on both sides to remove the power here. That would give us 1 plus X over 100 is equal to 1.065. We would either move 1 there or subtract 1 from both sides. This would leave us with X over 100 is equal to 0.065. Cross multiply and you should get that X is equal to 6.5%. Question 3. This scale drawing shows the positions of 3 towns A, B, and C on a map. The scale of the map is 1 centimeter represents 10 kilometers. Find the actual distance AB. Since it's given a scale, you should measure it with a ruler. So measuring this distance with a ruler, I got 12.5 centimeters. So take this amount and convert it using the scale given. So cross multiplying me would give me 125 kilometers. Now they ask me to measure the bearing of A from B. So they want to know the clockwise bearing. So how would you do this? Using a protractor, I found that the angle CAB is equal to 70 degrees. Then, knowing that this is alternate to this, made me think that this is also 70 degrees. Taking 360 subtract 70 would give me my bearing. Hence, my bearing is 290 degrees. Write the scale 1 centimeter to 10 kilometer in the form 1 to n. This question asks me to put everything in the same unit. I have to put everything in centimeters. So 1 kilometer is 100,000 centimeters. And converting 10 kilometers to centimeters means that 1 centimeter is now equal to 1 million centimeters. Therefore, this is the scale. On a scale drawing, a lake inside the national park has area 0.5 centimeters squared. Calculate the actual area of the lake. So you would rewrite the scale. 1 centimeter is 10 kilometer. Square both sides to get an area scale. So that would give us 1 centimeter squared is 100 kilometers squared. So put 0.5 centimeters squared over here and cross multiply. We should get that the actual area of the lake is 40 kilometers squared. Question 4. A. Kolyan buys water for $2.60. He also buys biscuits. The ratio cost of biscuits to cost of water is 3 to 2. Find the cost of the biscuits. So the first thing we want to know is the total amount he spent. So we would add the ratios is 5. So that's the total. So we take 2 over 5 multiplied by x is equal to $2.60. X is the total amount he paid. 2 over 5 is the fraction of the amount that he spent on water. So now we will multiply 5 over 2 on both sides and get x. X is equal to $6.50. This is the total amount. So take the total amount, subtract the amount he spent on water, and you should get the amount of biscuits. Kolyan has $9 to spend. Work out the total amount Kolyan spends on water and biscuits as a fraction of the $9. Give your answer in its lowest terms. Take the total amount over 9. And since we have a decimal, we would multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 to get rid of it. Hence, the final answer being 13 over 18. Part 3. The $9 is 62.5% less than the amount Kolyan had to spend last week. Calculate the amount Kolyan had to spend last week. So we would take first 100 minus 62.5. We would get 37.5%. This means that $9 is only 37.5% of the actual price. So what is 100% of the actual price? Cross multiply, so 100 times 900 divided by 37.5 is $24. Priya buys a bicycle for $250. Each year the value of the bicycle decreases by 8% of its value at the beginning of that year. Calculate the value of Priya's bicycle after 10 years. Give your answer correct to the nearest dollar. This is a question with regards to depreciation. It utilizes the same formula as compound interest, except that we replace the plus with minus. So this minus is used to show that the value is decreasing. So the principal is 250, open bracket, 1 subtract 8 over 100, close bracket, power time. Solve this, you should get 250 times 0.92 power 10. Put this in your calculator and you should get the amount is $108.60. But this is approximately $109. You put your answer into the nearest dollar, as the question asked. Question 5. The diagram is a scale drawing of 3 straight roads, AB, BC, and CD. The scale is 1 to 5,000. Find the actual length of the road BC. Give your answer in meters. So the first thing you want to do is measure the length in centimeters. So I found the length to be 9.5 centimeters. Now, I know that the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 5,000 centimeters. Let me convert this 5,000 into meters. That is 50 meters. So now 1 centimeter is equal to 50 meters. So 9.5 centimeters is how many meters? Cross multiply and you should get that the amount of meters is 475 meters. Question 6. Eduardo invests $640 at a rate of 2% per year compound interest. Show that at the end of 6 years, Eduardo has $721, correct to the nearest dollar. So we would use the compound interest formula to find his total amount. So using the compound interest formula and substituting all the values in it, we would solve it using a calculator and result in the answer being $720.74. But now we are told to round it off to the nearest dollar. So $720.74 is $721 to the nearest dollar. Part 2. Manuela also invests $640. At the end of 4 years, Manuela has $721. Find the yearly compound interest rate. So the amount at the end of 4 years is 721, which falls here. The initial amount is 640, that falls under principal. Open the bracket, 1 plus x denoting the rate which you are trying to find over 100, close bracket, power 4. We want to isolate x, so we divide both sides by 640. When we divide both sides by 640, we are left with 1 plus x over 100 power 4 is equal to 721 over 640. Now we would root both sides by 4. Rooting both sides by 4 will result in this sort of a thing. So 1 plus x over 100 is equal to root 4 721 over 640. Put this in your calculator and you should get 1.0302. So now we would move this one over here. So x over 100 is equal to 0.302. Cross multiply and x is equal to 3.02%. Carlos buys a motor scooter for $1,200. Each year the value of the scooter decreases by 10% of its value at the beginning of that year. Find the value of the scooter after 3 years. So we would do amount is equal to P, open bracket, 1 minus R over 100, close bracket, power time. Amount is 1,200, open bracket, 1 minus 10 over 100, close bracket, power 3. Solve this part first, and then take the answer, cube it, and then multiply by 1,200, and you should get the answer to be $874.80. Moving on to the final question. X is an integer. The universal set says that x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10. So the values for the universal are 1 up to 10. X is a factor of 12. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. The odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Let's place these in the Venn diagram. So 1 is shared between A and B and so falls in the intersection. 3 is shared among all of them and so falls in the middle. 5, 7, and 9 actually is shared between B and C and falls in its intersection. 2 is shared between A and C and falls here. 8 and 10 are not involved, and so forth in the universal set outside of the Venn diagram circles. Use set notation to complete each statement. 6 is dash to A. 6 is inside the set A, so 6 is a member of set A. A intersection B intersection C, that is the center, 3. So open curly bracket, put 3 in the middle, close curly bracket. That's it. Now A intersection A complement. A complement is basically all the elements that are not in set A. Hence there cannot be any intersection. So we just draw 2 curly brackets with nothing in them to show that it is a void set. Find the number of elements in B. So how many are there in the circle B? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5 elements. Part B. Use set notation to complete the statement. UV are what to Z? UV are within Z, so they are members or elements of Z. Shade X intersection, open bracket, Z union Y, close bracket, complement. So Z union Y is this. Complement is RSTUV. Now X intersection this is this, P and Q. What's out of this? So you shade this part and you're done. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you.